All right, very, 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 very good morning to everybody out there. This is your Warrior Junior coming live. Yeah, I try to remain optimistic during everything. Well, I hate that word try, so let's just say we do remain optimistic. But the thumbnail tells it all, huh? And we'll get to the narrative in a second called Taking the Hits. And I'm not talking about being a platinum a gold or platinum award music musician, taking the hits, like that's should have called that. Somebody should have that for an album. It'd be kind of funny. Um, it was Neil Diamond that said, "You just don't know. Like when you record, an album, all the tracks, you just don't know which one is going to hit, if anything." Um, that stupid song, that Sweet Caroline, da. Yeah, I hate that song. Yeah. But I do like Neil Diamond. My dad really liked him. My stepmom got to meet him once. He was playing tennis at Fairfax High School, and my stepmom went up to him and said, my stepmom's a widow. When my dad died, so I met him after. Said my husband really liked you. Really, and there's a lot of fans. The guy would sell out concerts around the world. You know, not like the Coliseum or anything, but like the Forum and stuff. Like 15,000. That's pretty good. Selling out constantly. So have some tea here. Oh man. So we'll do a little. I will talk a little bit about what is on my mind. No special ingredient. I don't know if Sometimes you take stuff, you might get a bad side effect from things. You don't want to jeopardize your health. That's the one thing that it has the most is the most valuable thing to you, believe it or not. Everybody's so focused on their looks, the external, but really you should be more focused on the internal, and but I mean the external, it's what everybody sees, right? And I guess so many people, most people are concerned about that, what we show on the outside. It doesn't really matter, really what's on the inside, unfortunately. Like it's just the inside of your wallet, right? Look, you could be a great guy, but a woman might not, has to get to kind of know you to see that. And that's kind of hard because I talked about this in many episodes about how things, needs are met, and they have to be willing to give something up to allow something in. And most of these women, they just go and get a dog or a cat or something. Especially a dog requires a lot of maintenance, walking, going to the bathroom outside. You know, I'm not going to give that up because they need a dude. Um, so what? Let me try to get a little better lighting. A little. Hold on a second. Yeah, I already talked about this. It's not because I'm embarrassed by the way I look. It's just in my bedroom here. I have this light. It has three levels. See, this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3. That's as bright as it goes. So if I turn it, there's no real way. And I like to keep my feet up. If you could see, my feet are elevated. I have my cot right here that I sleep on. So it's my computer, my chair, my cot. So it's more comfortable for me. So I'm not like, I mean, I hold the contention I'm not a very good looking guy. I know that. So, I'm not like embarrassed really the way that I look. So it's not the lighting. I don't care. I like this for my own ambiance. The most important thing is that you see that I'm here, but more importantly, you hear what I say. That's the most important thing. Um, because if I just did like a thing where it doesn't show me, it'd be like more of a radio kind of thing and a podcast or whatever. Someone needs a you need a visual. You need a lot of people. You need a visual. To see the person. That's talking. That's kind of important. That's why I do this. So I was watching this thing on Las Vegas. If you know me, you know I talk about Las Vegas a lot. I like Las Vegas. I live here in West Hollywood, and I noticed this guy Pomsey or whatever. You know, like they're like a vlogger. You know, they go around and this other guy, and he shows inside of this room. You know, it's $400 a night at the resorts. I forgot the name of the place, but and I'll tell you something, man. It's like this super luxurious thing, elaborate. Man, I do not give a fuck about any of that shit, dude. Luxury room. You don't own it. Staying there for a night, dude. You know, and it's oh, you know, you need a reservation to go to this rooftop bar. This night can't get in, can't get in, and these nightclubs can't get in. And you know, it's just that's a story of fucking nonsense that I've seen. This can't get in kind of thing, tough to get in, and luxury and luxury. You know, dude. Here's how I look at here's how I think of Vegas. Okay, I'm not there to sit in my room. Now, of course, you got to sleep, right? So you have to have a room, right? Now, and I like to be out of there. The only time I want to be in the room is, I guess, if I'm sleeping, if I'm bringing a chick in there, or I don't know. I like to move around. I don't know what else. What else to take a shower in the room? You know, that's it. Like what to get dressed. I mean, that's about it. It has its purpose, you know. To bring some food back if I went out, you know, and I'll eat it in a room. Otherwise, you know, go to the bathroom. I mean, that room is a room. That's all it is. Now it's gotta be clean. I mean, it's you know. But I stayed at one time. I remember. Here I'll share a story with you. I went, you know, and I don't really care for downtown that much in Vegas. Um, I don't know why. You know, well, it's not bad. Okay, well, you may retract. I'll retract. There are some kind of easy to get in clubs there, kind of thing. So that's what I do like about it. Um, you know, I can't say what I like. You know, I guess I like Vegas. I like everything, but I don't like the restrictions. You know, like I just said, tough to get in these clubs, tough to get in. You know, and I don't like the luxurious rooms. You know, like for what reasons I just mentioned. So you know, look, I've seen you can stay at like El Cortez or whatever. It's nice, it's not bad. Her hair is, you know, small. I don't need big. I don't need the small. Is fine. MGM Grand, you know, I had like a couple free nights. Excalibur, you know, whatever. That's perfect for me. You know, it's location. It's like you know. So okay, I'll share my story. I'll share. It was a little embarrassing, but yeah, no. Okay. So you know, I go out on the hunt. You know, Warrior Junior, trying to get some lady action, and I was going around downtown looking, and I saw this chick. Okay, it was like I was gonna tell one story, which I believe me, I will open up everything. Just bear with me, because there was another time I met a chick. It was like a coffee shop or something, and right off of Fremont Street, whatever. And I went in there and strike up a conversation with her, and she told me like waiting like I don't know her ex has the kids or whatever, so she was there. She couldn't put my number on her phone. This is like years ago in the flip phones, if you remember that. So I tried my pickup there, and I said I'm only here for another night, and just nothing ever happened. So then that was one experience. But here's the better experience. I forget what it doesn't matter. It was some casino on Fremont Street. I forget what it was. I'm a very visual guy, and I saw this chick. Yeah, she had one hell of a rack. She was sitting, not a rack of chips, if that's what you're implying. Um, and she was playing like video poker or something. So I approached, and she goes, "Well, look, I work at the Glitter Gulch next door. That's like a strip club. I'd love to hang out with you." She told me it's like $300. But I can't do it till I get off of work. So no problem and no problem. She goes, but what I need for you to do is I need you to go into that club with me and pay for a dance so I know you're for real. And I go, well, nah. I heard this scam before. You get me to pay for lap dances, and then you never show up, and I never get nothing, and I'm scammed. She goes, no, look. She says, I understand, but this is just come in, you pay for one dance. I will give you my phone number, and then when I get off of work, I will come to your. I was staying at Circus Circus. So I'll go with you to your hotel room, Circus Circus, right? So I thought about it, like, look, I came all the way out here from Vegas with, whatever, it's $40, whatever, for a dance. So I said, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. I'm used to gambling for like hundreds and losing maybe a couple thousand, so $40 ain't gonna hurt me. So I did the dance, and she gives me the number. Get off of work, around, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something, and I'll go with you. So I waited outside of Glitter Gulch, and I'm waiting, and she doesn't show up. I'm like standing there. It's a half hour, 45 minutes, and she finally comes outside, and she's like, "Oh, okay, you're here." And I said, "Yes, I'm here. You're supposed to be here like an hour ago." "No, I'm sorry." Okay, all right, let's go. So she goes, "Where are we going?" I go, "Well, I'm going to Circus Circus. That's where I'm staying." She goes, "Oh, I can't go that far." And I said, "I told you I was staying there." And she goes, "Well, I got to get back to work." And I said, "All right, look, I can try to get a room right around here." Then she goes, "Yeah, okay, well, if you can do it, good. If not, that's what." So I remember I was looking around, and I went to the El Cortez. I'm with her, and I got a room really quick, and took her in the room, had a little fun, you know, gave her 300, whatever, and that was that. And yeah, I guess it was worth it. I mean, I look at it like that. It's kind of fun, and that's what you should expect. You can't expect the end of the world, but it's kind of like a success thing for me. I have a very, very hard time. And those women that have those kind of bodies, they know it. It's very, very rare that a woman has those type of dimensions that's not like a pro or not with somebody. Okay? It's very, very difficult. It's their targets. Um, Guys want that. A lot of black guys love the ass. The guys like tits, whatever. So has something like, or just all around pretty, is going to get hit on and offered constantly, constantly. It's the way it is. And, there's not many things I can do to separate myself from everybody else because there's a tremendous amount of interference wherever you go, even Las Vegas, a million things going on. So, how can you get that woman's attention if her friends are not pulling her away, or if her friend is not pulling away, another guy or whatever? It's very, very difficult. It's very challenging. So you have to come to the conclusion that you're going to have to use whatever gift you have to get what you want. If you have status, whatever like that, that's what celebrities do. I don't know if they pay. I've heard everybody pays. I don't know. I don't know. I only know about me. And if something like you want something that bad, and it comes with a price, it's the is it worth it? Depends how high on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs do you put her? You know, I mean, it's all relative. It's all relative. And if you can't afford it and you don't have the money, what can you do? Then you go through life um, wondering, what if? That sucks. Um, some people are just misers and notoriously cheap. With me, I already, I told you I paid, some of these chicks and stuff, and some of them I just couldn't afford. Some of them I felt wasn't really worth it, so I didn't even get the experience. One of them I regret. There's one in town right now and she'll be here for till the end of the week. She raised her rates. She gave me kind of a good deal. It was like 300 to be with her for a half an hour. I was like, okay, all right. And she jacked it up to 500 now for an hour. I mean, I'm taking, just fallacious hits in the crypto. Nothing sold, on eBay. Paid off, I keep making these big credit card payments. So, you know, I have to sell some of my reserve shit. I have like some gold. Um, that's like my emergency kind of like, if I got to get the hell out of here in LA, I've got like, I don't know, maybe close to 10,000 in gold, some couple of decently expensive baseball cards worth maybe close to 10,000 also. Some memorabilia, but that's about it. I sold the comics. I thought that was going to really help me, and I saw this one crypto thing I got, and I saw it just going up, so I said, let me get on the train, and it went like this. It went up and seemed up even lower. I can't believe how low this thing is going, and it's not even, it's awful. Which leads me to the narrative, to the topic, taking the hits. Hmm. Um, I wrote down a great saying that I heard. I watched this guy that was training to be a Shaolin monk master or something, kung fu Shaolin monk master. It's like ever since he was a kid, it's crazy. What these guys, what they can do. And there was a saying that I wrote down: motion, even when okay, hold on. Show no emotion, even in the face of failure. Wow. So people show emotions when they succeed, they're happy. And when they fail, they get upset, sad, whatever. Really interesting though. Don't show any emotion even in the face of failure. Wrote that down. I thought that was really, really good to remember. And that can apply to anything. If you're asking a chick out and her saying no, not giving a reaction, no showing no emotion. Gotta be a little different, my friends. Doesn't guarantee you're gonna get, you know, your day in the sun. But I guess if you're bettering yourself, that's the right approach, right? Yeah, I hit that gym really hard yesterday. Fuck. The gym opens 5 in the morning. I probably go still sore. I was watching also on YouTube. This one guy, he does like calisthenics. He's really good. I don't know how old this guy is. He's really young. He's 18, maybe around there. He goes to this Olympic training facility in San Diego, and they have like a looks like a giant warehouse, and they there's like certain things you need to be able to do under Olympic qualifying time just to meet the Olympic standard. And it's like with the rings, all these kind of fucking, the shit's fucking hard, dude. It's this incredibly difficult exercise called the hanging cross, the iron cross, whatever. God, you're on those rings and you got your arm straight out and you're holding it like straight down. Oh my God, you have to be strong as fucking hell, upper body strength to be able to do shit like that. Or that plank push-ups, when your feet up in the air. God, horizontally. Can you imagine your body horizontal and your arms supporting your whole body and you're not touching the ground except for your palms? I mean, that's like, good Lord. How strong are you if you can do that, Your balance, your core, it must be a fucking like iron. It's incredible. Impressive, Most impressive. So, I oh, so about Vegas, I wanted to conclude. Yeah, I don't oh, so that chick, yeah, okay, so she's in town for the end of the week, which makes it kind of tough, and it's like, oh, you gotta send me Zeal, $100 as reserve, and God, 500, and then next week, something really, really, really rare shows up, that I've been trying to meet for a very long time, which I blew my chance 17 years ago because I chose her friend. At least I got to see her. At least I got to be with her friend for an hour, half an hour, whatever. But this one that I've always wanted to meet, she's kind of tough. I, she's kind of embarrassing, but I wanted like her husband passed away. I guess like, I think it's her husband. And I met him before he passed away, and I met him outside of their house. Um, I was just in the area, and I know it's like, well, you stalking. I know, hey, you know what? Look, this is a woman that's available if the price is right. Okay, so I showed up. I went to the U.S. Bank. I remember in Vegas. I got 2,000 out of the bank, and it was in my pocket. And I showed up there. Yeah, I wasn't invited or anything, but I was, hanging around, and I thought, hey, if you see her casually, like I wanted it that bad. Now, somebody that's stalking, they have either a bad intention or they're trying to get something for nothing. That's what somebody that's what it really is. What if I'm a salesperson? I'm offering you like what if I'm own a business and or let's say a magazine company and I'm saying, hey, I would love to hire you for a magazine shoot, and you couldn't get in contact with them. So you went to them, to find them. That's what Joe Weider did when he went to Austria to meet Arnold. It wasn't really invited to go. He just went. So basically, that's what I did. I did the same thing in my mind. I wasn't, I meant nothing wrong or anything. I showed up with there's now she's pretty expensive. She wants like 1,500 for an hour. I wasn't going to give her that, but I was like prepared maybe for 500 for half. So her husband pulls out of the driveway, and I approached, and I said, "Hi, and he goes, "Yeah, are you, it says, oh yeah, yeah, I know her. I think like he just said everything. He didn't want to say he lived with her, and I kind of he goes, who are you? And I told him, I said, well, my name, is Warrior Junior, and I would love to meet her, this and that. And I don't know what happened, but first he seemed kind of cool, and then he got really defensive, as somebody says, get the hell out of here, he told me. And I said, okay, okay, all right, I'm leaving. And I left. Now, I should be commended on trying. You know how many stories I have of failure, of trying and get the hell out of here, get the hell out of here kind of thing and not getting nothing? Same thing happened in J Lo's office. Get the hell out of here, get the hell out of here. And at least I fucking tried, man. I don't mean nothing bad. I just want to submit my resume. That's all I wanted to do. You know, the problem is all of these people, whether it be that porn star or J Lo, whoever, made it already. They all made their money, and so you're looked at like kind of like an insect. You're a bugger, a bug. And it sucks because you know you just got to realize how to make it without on your own, or being an asset to somebody, not going up and approaching, not showing up out of nowhere. But with that porn star, chick, I showed up with cash. Like I thought, hey, okay, well, that's I was in the area, and I figured, okay, well, hey, at least I'm for real, kind of thing. But a lot of things they just don't work that way, and your odds of success are very slim. Um, but it has to be done. Your communication has to be so perfect that so you don't get yourself in hot water. You're dealing in that kind of industry is a what they call a fringe industry. I mean, you're allowed legally, the sex on camera that people get paid. It's not prostitution because it's entertainment. It's done on camera. But privately, you can't say that. You have to say, oh, it's massage or it's escort. You have to understand. And it's kind of like you have to build. They all want references, and that's important because see when you pay a couple, they go, oh yeah, he's good. But there's so many of those women out there. So, oh, I need references. Not everybody knows each other. Like that one that's coming to town next week with her friend. You know, I said, did you ever know meet Christy Canyon? And he goes, oh, I never met her. So, and this woman goes back to the '80s too. So it doesn't, not everybody knows each other. Of course, they've heard of each other. They've heard, maybe they met them for a second at a convention or something, but not everybody knows everybody. I mean, it's just might seem like it, but they don't. So, the one, the one that's here, for this week, I'm thinking, okay, well, it's 500, see her for, an hour or whatever, see if I can come up with that. And then next week, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping the one I really want to see, I don't know. Like, her probably's been astronomical. It's been like 1,500 a meet for an hour. When she was here last time, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I told her, I said, I can do like 500 for the half. And she said, okay. And I was like, oh shit, all right. And then I got text, oh, she's not feeling good now. And God damn, I just didn't get a meter. So see, opportunity sometimes doesn't come around all the time. It's with everything in life. Like sometimes you just gotta like say, all right, fuck it, pay it, just fucking pay it. And you get the experience. That I know if you watch videos and you're like, oh wow, I want to be like that. I want to get. It's generally not. You don't get to do that. It just doesn't work that way. Or maybe you can try. It just depends. I mean, look, a lot of these dudes. I think it was like that Peter North guy. He did like 20 gay movies before he did like straight porn. I mean, so there's, um, he's known for being, wow, look how many women he was with. Yeah, well, he did 20 gay scenes and everything. So I'm very, very sorry. That's not like, you know, um, dude's bisexual. A lot of these guys, they marry women. They try to, I don't know what the hell. It's just it's a weird industry. And the thing is, though, but it's the only visual medium, that sure, there's some regular movies where they might show some, I remember like I've seen in Monsters Ball with Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton, but these are like tastefully done kind of scenes. It's not raunchy porn. Um, so it's not very respected, even though everybody likes to have sex, and do things, but it's kind of, there's a big difference between having a camera right there and, you know, putting that, exposing yourself and for a couple bucks, a couple thousand, even whatever, than being a real actor, entertainer. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I think did Brad Pitt do some Playgirl or something before he made it? I don't know anything. So, but there's a lot of people that have done a lot of things, that they're not proud of. I never did anything, that like along those lines or anything. So I'm kind of happy because I do hold kind of a high moral ground. Never compromise that. So I remember I was approached by a gay guy one time. So I used to walk around late nights all the time, and this gay guy, I guess, came up to me. He's like, "Oh, I would love to see you, just hang out with you, kind of thing." And I said, "I'm not really into that thing. That's not my thing." He goes, "I'll give you like $300." And I said, "Look, I'm just not. I was walking away, and he goes, "Look, the most I can get is $600 out of an ATM machine." I mean, he was like really wanted me. But I said, "Look, I can't. And then as I walked away, he goes, "You just blew $600." Like he was so mad. Um, but I'm just my morals, I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't. And who knows? Probably want more. These guys that are gay, they might want to do something to you. I remember there was an episode of like Different Strokes where it was kind of addressed. This kind of it was like a educational episode. I remember it. They were talking about this older guy that was trying to like seduce the Drummond kids. Remember the Arnold and Willis. Or, no, I think it was just Arnold. Yeah. So you got to watch out. You got to watch out. There's some bad people out there, sick people. Um, Now, paying for like a massage kind of thing, if it's like a consensual thing, whatever, and you have like, the people that you're working with, whatever. I mean, you know what I mean, like in your bullpen. Hey, hey, like, look, this one chick that I see, she's like a mom and everything, and she does like a massage thing, and then I don't go to her to her work, but when she's done with work, if she, to see her, then we'll hang out. We'll have some fun. Um, and that's okay. It's mutual. It's consensual. It's it's tough for me to find what I like. So, that's how life works. Look, it costs money to eat. It costs money to drive. It costs money to live. So expect to pay one way or the other. Um, that's how life works. Okay. Was it Madonna? Material world. You're living in material world. You want to buy nice things, have nice things, and even look upkeep, getting a nice haircut, whatever, going and by getting nice clothes, taking care of yourself. Your gym membership costs money. Good food costs money. That's why the divorce rate is so high. These women marrying these dudes that have money, or the other way around, they get divorced and they get like a settlement or whatever, So money's got to come from somewhere. It's what it is. Most people work. I know, I get that, But the bottom line, the number one cause for divorce is money, okay? As far as I know. I try not to stress out about it because, you just be happy for what you have and just don't think about what you did have or whatever. Just live in the now. Try to take small steps forward. And be patient. Kind of got fed up. I mean, I don't know why my spirit is kind of broken with my education. I'm usually one, I will grind to the end of time, for something. But then there's some things I just start asking myself, and I go, "What is this really worth it?" And earning that doctoral degree to me is one of these things. You know, it's hard because I look back and I says there were 2-year programs I could have started after I got my master's, which was like 3.5 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. I could have been done a long time ago. Got like a, you know, EDD, 2 years. Instead, I went for this EDS degree, which I got. It took me a year and a half, but I got it. And I really thought, okay, well, it's going to be easy just to power out the doctorate now that I got an EDS, and it wasn't. It wasn't. ACE, American College of Education, they have like a 39, 30, 37 or whatever credit program where they don't even offer financial aid, but they're very affordable. It's like, well, if you got an EDS or if you're all but dissertation thing. So it's like they're both the same. They equate EDS to ABD. So they equate it to that. But then when I go to a school and I say, hey, I got an EDS, they're like, well, but you're not ABD. You're not even. And I say, but it's the same thing. No, it's not. Well, to me, being all but dissertation means you're not a doctor. you're a doctor candidate. I hold an EDS degree, which is a degree of educational specialist. I have a specialist degree. It's not like I'm trying to become a doctor. I'm already a specialist. So in my mind, that EDS degree should hold more water. It should hold more weight, but it doesn't. Like I go online looking for jobs, and remember UNLV, you gotta have a doctorate, an awarded doctor degree. And I said, fuck, man, what the fuck did I go for this specialist degree? But at least I got it. And then I persevered to try to get the doctor of education degree, and I take all these fucking classes just to get to the dissertation, just to get to the comp exams. And I went through it all. Fucking another year and a half. Yeah. And then this fucking committee, they fucked me during his comp exams. You got to take it 3 times, and after the second time, you get a new chair, new committee, and you got to take it the last time. And I was like, all right, well, let me just take it the 3 times, get it over. If I don't pass it, I'm gone. I don't give a shit. And they made me fucking wait. Made me fucking wait for another committee. The whole thing that took another 3 months. So as I stand right now, I got the comp exam, and I said, you know what? I said, to hell with this. I'm just gonna slop something together, like all this old work that I did, and if it's good enough to get through it, it's good enough. Like 50 pages of shit that all this other stuff. I said, I don't give a shit. I put it all together, make it look kind of presentable, and there it is. Either I'm in or I'm not. And I turned it in earlier today, and I said, you know what? I just don't give a fuck either way. This was just too much for me. It was too much for me. It was just, and I just don't like that. And if I get through it, I know I'll get some money for dissertation. But I go somewhere else that has like a capstone project or something. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to get motivated for a degree that has really no value. It has. I'm sorry. They say this doctor. It sounds prestigious. Yes, I know, but it's not. It's not. I thought getting a master's degree was prestigious. I really did. It's not. It's not a big deal. The schools make it a big deal because they make you pay for this graduation, the graduation fee, diploma fee, all this kind of shit. Oh no, ceremony and everything like that. Oh, this invitations, pay. The frame for the degree, pay. You're paying for all this shit. The school's not going to help you get a job, man. What are you going to do with it? You could write a book, my friend goes. Start thinking about it, and I was like, wow, this is just all bullshit. It's what it is. It's all bullshit. It's not that big of a deal. I really thought it was, but it's not. So we'll see. I'm just, one of those guys that size things up after a while and going, you know what? Some things are just not worth it. Like trying to get a chess master title. There's people that played their whole life that never got it. You could study, put all that energy, time, effort, energy into it, and doesn't guarantee you anything. Piece of paper, you're gonna go around just tell you're gonna put in years and years and years of your life to try to become something of nothing that doesn't go anywhere. Too much energy focused in the wrong place is no good either. You only get so much time no matter what. Talked to my mom earlier today. Warrior Junior's mom. And she just having her health problems and stuff. And I said, why don't you go to the gym? Oh, I'm afraid I'll get COVID. I said, afraid, fear, false evidence appearing real. Meanwhile, not to put my mom on the spot, but most people have health problems because they don't take care of themselves. That's it. You're watching too much news. You're watching getting brainwashed by this society. It's all bullshit, man. Like you should, don't think that COVID doesn't exist. I didn't say that. But if you allow COVID to stop you from living your life, then it's kind of like it won. My mom was talking about like brittle bones. Most women, older women, have osteoporosis, brittle bones because they don't exercise. They don't do weight bearing exercises. My mom is scared to go to the gym because of COVID. So, getting sick and yeah, heart. I forget what it was, AFib or whatever. They're gonna get her on medication now. And I just told, this is like ridiculous. That's what that's what the doctor ordered. I mean, that's what medication is not a solution. Just you could have a stroke, then you could die. Hey, you know what? I told my mom. I said I could go before you. Okay, it don't matter. They're gonna put me on medication and shit. Fuck that. I pride myself in health and fitness, not in fucking drugs and pharmaceutical crap. It's what it is. It's poison, that stuff. My mom's not the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? She didn't raise me. I talked to her out of respect because, she gave birth to me, but she was never there for me my whole life, okay? I don't blame her. I don't hate her. I'm not a family person. You got to figure things out on your own. That's it. You got to figure things out on your own. At least I have to. So, like, you got to take the hits. Yeah, when you don't see nothing working, nothing going, but just keep going. Just keep doing it. That's what I do. I like just to keep doing it. Even when nothing's working, I just keep doing it. As much as I was like talking, I had a fucking doctor degree, I still turned in the comp exam. So either I'll pass it or I won't. Either I'll be with that school or I won't. But I like to just keep doing it. And try not to get into it with other people. Don't waste your energy with people like that are not trying to start up with you. It's just not worth it. Better to be alone. Way, 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 way better to be alone than to be around people that ain't advancing you, doing anything for you. Because at least when you're alone, you're with your thoughts. You can think clearly. Turn off the TV, turn off the cell phone, turn off the computer, and try to figure out what you could do with your life. Give it some time, no matter what your age. If you're younger, look at opportunities. If you're kind of like closer to middle age, you got some more life experience under your belt. A lot of doors might be closed already, but you're not finished yet. And then if you're older, you got even more life experience under your belt. You try to figure out, okay, what can I still do now? What do I need? What do I trying to get out of this life? Well, how can I get there? Every one of those stages has their advantage. Okay? I remember there's a friend of mine that he's older. He goes, the older you get, the highs are not so high, the lows are not so low. So there's big advantages to having some age under your belt. Big advantages. I know I just talk about Vegas, and I don't care for that luxury and everything like that, but I don't have to be part of that. I'm still hoping to get my chance out there, or at least to make it here and then to go there. We'll see. We'll see another 2 years or so if I make it. I hope so. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna try to go to the gym. Still sore, you know. Fuck. To get in there because man, like yesterday, like 9 o'clock. These idiots, they put their shit down right next to the heavy bag. You know, they don't understand. They're there just to take up space. They're not there to work. It's not how you build a body. You have to be forged through pain. Not do this. When I do this, that dumbbell, you know, lifting baby weights and stuff. That don't make you a man. It'll make you a warrior. A warrior is forged through hard, pushing yourself. Those people in my gym are not warriors. They're pussies. Okay? They're snowflakes. I don't have to tell them. They know it. Now I've seen some dudes. Okay, there's a couple in there that are for real. But even those guys, they're doing like 1 rep max things or whatever. Deadlift 315. All right. But they sure ain't sweating like me when I'm going. They're all working within their comfort zones, man. They're all working within their comfort zones. I tried doing that iron fucking crossing. I tried doing the fucking on those rings. Okay, I fucking work, dude. I fucking work in that place. They're there for whatever reason, which is nothing. I'm there for a reason. For real. It's not to waste time. In my mind, I'm training like Conor McGregor-esque. Not to be in the UFC or anything. But I know how hard that guy trained. By watching, I could see. It's like being a living warrior, a living fighter. And hard as fuck. It's not even like Rocky, what they show you. Because Rocky's a movie. What these guys do is real. What I do is real. And I'm not one dimensional, but I learn from everything. I don't close my mind to anything. I watch all these different things. I told you I watched this calisthenics thing, Shaolin monks, you know, the guys, every fucking thing. I want to understand how everything works from head to toe, and how to maximally use it, the maximum efficiency and ability that I can with everything. Now my time's starting to run out. Okay, time adds up, but when my time's starting to add up, I say running out, but adding up maybe sounds a little better. That's why I go as hard as I can. All right. Keep taking the hits, man. The successes might come. I know for sure if you don't do what it takes, you get 0. If you do what it takes, the odds of success go up. Do what it takes.